Hello listeners, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and welcome to Tech Talk Podcast. Today we have a very special guest joining us here. So please help me welcome a second year college student from Jamiat Cotabato and Institute of Technology Incorporated, no other than Zaida Lidasan Kasan. Hi Zai, welcome to Tech Talk Podcast. Anyway, how are you today, Zai?
Hello, Farhana. Well, thank you for having me on your show.
Yeah.
Honestly, it feels so great to be here with you right now, but at the same time, I feel so nervous because I actually never did such a thing like this before. But just what they always say, it's always good to try new things.
Yeah, exactly, Zai. So, you know what, Zai? I am so thrilled to have you here today. Anyway, without anything else, let's dive right into our discussion for today. Zai, could you please tell our listeners about a little bit about yourself?
It's my pleasure, Farhana. Well, just like what you have said, I am a second year student at Jamiat Cotabato and Institute of Technology, taking up Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English.
And how are you as a student? I mean, your learning experiences.
Well, despite or other than having a busy plate right now, with the numbers of the tasks that we have to finish right now. You know that.
Yes.
It's really exhausting. But you know what, despite of the hassles it gives me, I'm actually in love in the process of learning or with the whole context of education. It may sound like so OA, but I am actually excited. I'm too excited to become a teacher. Like, girl, sometimes I couldn't stop myself from imagining how my life could be in the next 2 years. To become a teacher is really a dream for me. But if we could take back the Zaida 15 years ago, she's probably my opposite today. I used to hate studying way back then. I prefer to skip my classes rather than going to school. I remember on my 5th grade, every time they closed the gates, the back gate, both the back gate and the front gate inside the school, there's this thin hole beside the classroom where I used to jump in so that I could go to the internet shop.
Really? You did that such thing?
In front of our house, there's actually an internet cafe, which I always get to. But I can't put all the blames within myself because I was only 11 or 10 years old at that time.
So, you consider yourself as a late bloomer?
Late bloomer, I guess we can say that, because everything started to become active in me. I started to appreciate the art of education when I was in high school. I guess it's safe to say that I am among of the late bloomers. And a huge part of it would be the advancement of educational setting. The technology, the learning strategies that the teachers use right now that really caught my attention. Growing up kasi, I was this kid who's really into gadgets. No one taught me on how to use the computer, but because when I was in elementary, we had no, computer laboratories, but it didn't stop me from learning how to use it. I would prefer to go to internet shops rather than going to school, but that's just before.
Well, that's true, Zai. We all know naman that we have a different pacing in life. Some of us bloom early, some may not. Anyway, Zai, I prepared some questions here. For you, how to see technology influencing the learning experiences in today's classroom?
You know what actually the technology did for education? It actually opened up a world of possibilities. It gave way to open many doors for teachers and students. Firstly, education became meaningful for learners and they find it very interactive. We all know that students get bored when it's just a plain explanation from the teachers.
Especially with all the writings on the board.
Yeah. Well, actually, technology enables interactive learning through educational apps like simulations and games. So, these tools make learning more engaging and help students to retain information better. Secondly, would be the accessibility in learning, like the learning resources.
Easy access.
Yeah. So technology provides students with easy access to a vast amount of information through the internet. Traditionally, before, when we want to look for the meaning of a word, we still have the need to go to the libraries and search its definition in volumes of encyclopedias.
It's really a time consuming.
Exactly, but now you just have to pick up your phone and search Google. Now, on the part of the teachers, it also helped them in computing grades because before we have this term mano-mano, they input grades of the students one by one. But now we have spreadsheets and Excels where you just have to input the data or formula in getting the scores of the students.
Yeah.
You see, technology is transforming traditional teaching and learning method into digitally innovative one.
Yeah, actually, it is interesting to see how digital platforms are changing the landscape of education. Zai, on your own opinion, what challenges do you think educators may face when integrating technology into their teaching practices?
I guess one of the main challenges is ensuring equal access to technology for all students. You know, not every student has privilege to get a mobile phone, a laptop, or a computer set. And it's still a challenge for government to provide computer laboratories in every schools, especially to those provinces who suffer from electric shortage or electric interruptions. And there are still places where internet connection are very weak. Additionally, educators need to adapt to new tools and strategies, which can be overwhelming at times. You know, it's crucial to provide proper training and support to help teachers leverage technology effectively. There's actually a saying in the book which says, "The future has arrived and now we have to ensure that we have place in it." The future, we mean the technology, and we have to ensure that we have place in it. It simply says that we have to give at least a space for it. You see some 21st century learners who are even more advanced than some of the teachers.
Yes.
So that's quite challenging for some of the teachers because they have to take trainings, they have to learn how to use the technology at least.
Well, that's a very nice point, Zai. Anyway, as technology continues to evolve, how do you envision the future of education with these advancements?
I believe that the future of education will be increasingly digital and interactive for the students as well as for teachers. It's unstoppable. We now have a virtual reality which become popular since the pandemic. The online classes, asynchronous learning, and secondly, we have this artificial intelligence,
Which also became popular, ChatGPT, the CC.
yeah, CC, my friend. Like nowadays, if you get to ask students to have a review about these apps, they will surely give you a positive feedback, and they will definitely say it's very convenient for them to use because it's making their tasks the easiest it could be. And additionally, we have this called personalized learning platforms, just like video lessons uploaded online, in YouTube channels. Personally, I'll take this one as one of the factors for me to easily understand a topic. Because, for example, if a teacher asks me to have a presentation about a certain topic, I would always like to watch some video presentation of a certain instructor which they uploaded online. Through that, I get to understand the topic easily. And another thing is that when I fail to catch an instruction or a presentation inside the class, I'll just ask my other classmates to give me the title of the chapter or specifically the title of the presentation which I missed. So I can just watch a similar explanation of it online.
I guess that's a very nice strategy, Zai. For the very last question, for you, what do you think the implications of technology in teaching and learning?
Generally speaking, technology has a lot of implications to teaching and learning. It helps and guides teachers on what they should teach that relate to ICT. But let's put it in our minds that never will the ICT replace a human teacher. It is not the vision or goal of ICT to replace a human teacher. Technology was meant to provide support to human, to make things easy and convenient for us. But to take over the world of human, I mean, it's not what it purports. We are powerful than technology because we are the one who decide it. It's a human made. So technically, technology is a slave of human. And if you were to talk about the disadvantages of ICT, it depends on how are we going to use it. Let's not put all the blame to the advancement or what this all called innovation. Because remember, we are the one who's responsible for our actions.
Yeah, actually, that's something I want people to realize, that it is not the technology who causes harm in our lives. It's us.
Yeah. Kaya nga we have precautions and warnings. The digital literacies, information literacies, media literacies, which I guess too broad for us to talk about it right now.
Maybe we can talk about it some other time.
Yeah, invite me again, ha?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, what I am trying to say is that if someone is literate enough to know how to use the technology properly, he would definitely has the ability to safeguard himself from any harm, unless it's his fate.
Well, that's exactly true, Zai. We all know that technology has transformed education into a dynamic and engaging process that prepares students for the digital age. Anyway, Zai, thank you for sharing your insights on the impact of technology and education. This discussion has enlightening and inspiring. I guess that would be all. Thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Stay curious, stay engaged, and continue exploring the endless possibilities of technology in education. Until next time, goodbye!
تقبل الله منا ومنكم عيد مبارك علينا وعليكم. تقبل الله منا ومنكم عيد مبارك علينا وعليكم.
Kasi I was this kid who's really into gadgets. No one taught me how to use computer. No one taught me how to use computer when I was in elementary. Enough on how to use. Ow! We can talk about it sometimes or some other time. Sabi ko yung ano mo, yung role mo. We are, joke lang, it is not the vision or goal of ICT. It's not the vision or goal of ICT to replace
Wait
the
lang,
human
Pat.
vision.
Just do you think educators...
Actually enables interactive. Masyadong tanong yan.
Well, that's true naman.
From learning how to use it. You know, I would prefer to go to internet shops rather than going to school.
Kamu na, pelmani ka muna. Pelmani ka.
And how are you as a student? I mean, you are learning experiences before. I am so thrilled today to have you here. You know what? You're welcome of educational learning environment. Mali. May nakalimutan ako dun. Nandun ang tatlo. So let's